Another report has Grand Theft Auto 6 being one of the most expensive video games of all time, and even if it is the most expensive game of all time, don't expect to see this character returning. We'll be talking about all of that in this video today, and a whole lot more. So a new report has come out and it states that Grand Theft Auto 6 could become one of the most profitable video games of all time, but it's going to come at a cost to us fans and the consumers and people that ultimately purchase the title. So this comes from the British outlet, The Telegraph, which I'll leave a link to in the description, although I'm pretty sure you have to sign up to actually see the article. It's one that came out a couple of days ago, the blood-soaked British success story testing Labour's mettle. Grand Theft Auto's cornucopia of gangland vice risks a head-on collision with new online safety laws. And they were actually talking about some of the new online safety laws that are being put into effect that actually could impact Grand Theft Auto and GTA 6. It's something we've talked about in previous videos and something we'll talk about going forward as well, because there's been some significant updates to that. But in that article, they actually interview an analyst from Wedbush Securities. This is Michael Patcher, who's actually talked a lot about Grand Theft Auto 6 in the past, and he says that GTA 6 is going to be a major moneymaker for Rockstar, although it will not be cheap to create. So according to Patcher, GTA 6 has already cost Rockstar more than $1.5 billion to develop, but he believes Take-Two will see obviously major profits in return, saying the game will be immensely profitable. It will likely generate $10 billion in lifetime revenue and another $500 annually from Grand Theft Auto Online. So just putting that in perspective, let's say when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, it does generate $10 billion throughout its lifetime, and let's just call it 20 years. That means Rockstar will have made $20 billion on not only the sales of the game, but also the profits from whatever the multiplayer version is going to be. Now, he also expects that in order to achieve that, the game will probably be around $100. He said, "I expect a $100 price point for the game. That would mark a major shift from the typical $70 AAA launch price. But the scale and longevity of the game have to be taken into account, especially given how fans are enjoying Grand Theft Auto 5 12 years on." So I don't know how much Grand Theft Auto 6 is ultimately going to cost. If I was a betting man, I would say it's going to be more expensive than what the standard price of games is right now, which is turning out to be around $70. But I don't think Rockstar is going to go so far out of their way to launch the standard version of the game for $100. Yes, I could see a premium or ultimate or collector's edition of the game being upwards of $100, even more than that, like $200, depending on what Rockstar ultimately provides in those editions. But as far as the standard version of the game, they still want as many people as possible to be able to get their hands on it. And it doesn't seem like a big significant jump, but it is. You know, going from $70 to $100 could be a lot, especially for someone that might be saving up for the game, or someone might have a limited budget to spend on gaming, and $30 extra here and there might not necessarily work for them. So you need to keep that in mind, especially because a lot of people are also going to have to buy brand new consoles in order to play this game, because it's only coming out in PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and a lot of people still probably have the older generation systems. So what do you think of that report? Do you think GTA 6 is going to cost $100, and do you think it will be one of the most profitable games of all time? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. Now, moving on, no matter how much money Grand Theft Auto 6 makes or how much it costs for us fans to get the game, it looks like the longest serving Grand Theft Auto actor and character, he says he doubts he'll be in the game. And that is Laszlo Jones. He's been in every Grand Theft Auto game since Grand Theft Auto 3, where he appeared as a radio DJ, and he would resurface in every successive title in some way, eventually becoming a proper character that we saw in-game and in cutscenes in GTA 5. And recently, Laszlo Jones was actually doing an interview with the outlet Nerd Reactor, and the interviewer asked him specifically if he would be featured in Grand Theft Auto 6. And this is what he had to say.
I guess my last question for you, you may or may not be able to answer it, but like, people, fans want to know if you're going to be in GTA 6.
Well, we left in 2020, so I doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved working on those games with Dan, and I was on the radio in GTA 3 and all the GTAs after that.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing journey working on GTA for 20 years. Dan worked on it for 22 years. But what's really exciting is the creative team and some others that were there for 2 decades have all come to Absurd Ventures, and it's got that creative vibe and grit that reminds me of those early years at Rockstar, you know, where we're working on a lot of different projects and everybody's throwing in ideas, and we're, you know, working on stuff that makes us laugh, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can't wait for when this comes out in was it November 12th? Yes.
November 12th.
Check it out soon.
Order at your comic shops now, or online, or at absurdventures.com, or our socials, hashtag.
There you go, yeah. All right, Laszlo, it's a pleasure chatting with you.
So it's not surprising that Laszlo said he is not going to appear in Grand Theft Auto 6, given he has left Rockstar Games. It would be nice in some way, shape, or form if he did make a cameo, just because at this point in time, Laszlo has been such a massive part of pretty much all the Grand Theft Auto games we know and have played. You heard his voice on the radio in Grand Theft Auto 3, as well as Vice City, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4, and you saw his character come to life in Grand Theft Auto 5, and has been mentioned in online ever since. And he's been referenced and mentioned in Easter eggs throughout all of those titles too. So if you just ask the average fan, you know, do you know about Laszlo Jones? The answer is probably yes, and you probably have some fond memory of him. Well, it looks like that memory is going to stop when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, even if he was in the game, there's no way he could say, yeah, I am, without breaking a non-disclosure agreement. But his answer seemed pretty somber when talking about it, especially because he quickly transitioned to now his time at Absurd Ventures, where he currently works with Dan Houser, again, former president of Rockstar Games. So it does not look like Laszlo Jones will be appearing in Grand Theft Auto 6, which is very unfortunate. But that doesn't stop Rockstar from adding, at least according to their own rules, pretty much everyone we saw in Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, The Lost in the Dam, GTA 5, and everyone in Grand Theft Auto Online. That's kind of Rockstar's current rule, that you can add people from these same universes, which would include those games. Laszlo Jones, however, was the only character to sort of break that mold, appearing in the 3D universe, and now, of course, the HD universe. So Laszlo Jones was honestly one of my most favorite characters of all time. I hope he's referenced in some way, shape, or form. Maybe Rockstar just, you know, throws an Easter egg at him to show some respect for the 20+ years that he ended up working there. I mean, we've seen Rockstar reference characters that they know aren't going to show up. Think Nico Bellic in Grand Theft Auto 5, stuff like that. But anyways, let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today in those comments down below. And adding to that, do you think Laszlo Jones will or will not return to Grand Theft Auto 6? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.